And then over here I have the gold digger. So this would be the opposite. This would be the negative energy to the positive energy, the yin and yang, the feminine in the masculine energy versus the feminine in the feminine energy. All right, so this would be, you know, someone who's motivated by the ego, okay? You're being advised to take a spiritual bath, maybe cleanse your energy, be more aware of like this practice. Right, there is energy here, divine masculine, high vibrational emperor, okay, for this empress. All right, this is what is rightfully deserved. I feel like, you know, what's this? Relocating, physical move, health issues, spiritual sickness. Okay, so I feel like there is, you know, maybe some sort of like backlash for all the spell work that's been done. Okay, I feel like it's now affecting them, and it could be like in health issues, mental health issues, as well as physical issues, medical issues, or spiritual sickness. I feel like past loved ones take care of you at night. This could be in this lifetime or another. I feel like there is a divine masculine in your energy or divine feminine in your energy. Flip it, switch it. It could be both. They're both present here. Confirming that this is part of the karma here. This is karmic debt that needs to be repaid. You may have had karmic debt to repay. We did see that earlier with the karmic debt. Right? What is this one? Yeah, you are releasing karmic debt. I feel like there's been karmic debt accumulated, like karmic debt accumulated, and that at this time is what is being experienced, and they're having to pay back their own karmic debt for this shenanigans here. Okay. You may feel or identify as a black sheep or outcast, or this is them. They want you to manifest the life that you desire. I love that. So let's see. Let's see what else we get. Okay. Happy place. Seeing somebody new love and enjoying each other. I feel like there's somebody who took a risk. Has something to do with like partner to partner, making unsafe decisions and not really thinking clearly. I feel like someone plays with others' heartstrings. That would be this Knight of Cups. Taking advantage, playing with feelings, and stringing people along. Okay. Yeah. Stringing people along. They may have, you know, people all over the place, or they tend to just like, you know, there's a lot of evidence. I'm getting like there's a lot of like evidence of what this person's been up to. I feel like there's also a lot of people who feel like they've been strung along by this person, right? Played games, played with, manipulated with. Someone feels extremely unsatisfied. They may be losing interest at this time, and they may be experiencing someone putting in the bare minimum when it comes to them. Whereas before, maybe that wasn't the case. They were the one putting in the bare minimum. So I feel like things are kind of like flipping the script. Someone may want, there's a union here. So this could either be you or them, but I feel like there's this reconciliation. So I feel like you need to call that out, but someone may be wanting a second chance. But this also can represent like a second chance when it comes to, you know, a new energy in your reality. We did have a new boo. So I'm getting like this could also speak to this. So it kind of depends on, you know, who I'm specifically reading for. And this is collective. And I wouldn't make any life decisions on any of this. Okay, I feel like somebody, you know, there's like addictions, player, juggling connections, as well as like doing them as if they do you. Like there's this like mirror, you know, there's this like obsessive energy. Yeah. If someone's wearing a front, someone is putting on a front, someone's a people pleaser, someone pretends to be something that they're not. I would say it's probably a bit of this as well as a bit of this. I feel like somebody pretends to be into something, but they're really into something else. I feel something's like a front, a cover. All right, there's somebody that wants to speak, call you. They want to hear your voice. They want you to unblock them. They want to express something. I feel like somebody wants to tell on somebody else so that they can't have a chance with you if they want to reconcile. That's what I'm getting. All right. And then look, reminiscing, because they know that like this person, this energy's missing what they had with you. All right. There's like looking at photos, remembering good times. There was this like family dynamic that they very much could be reminiscing about. I feel like there's a lot of secrets, and I feel like this energy that wants to reach out, I feel like wants to expose this person so that there's no possibility for the reconnection, the reunion, the reconciliation. Somebody wants to stab this person in the back so there's no reconciliation or coming back from it. Okay? Yeah, I feel like emotions are running high. I feel like people are in and out. People are clashing with one another. There's obsession here. I feel like somebody has some sort of obsession and some sort of like little secret. I feel like somebody can't let something go and they're holding on to something. What is this? All right. Has something to do with like immaturity, being really immature. All right, I feel like there's maybe something regarding a child here, or children is relevant, or just being immature and not being responsible or accountable, right? Like being really childish. Someone regrets something, someone feels guilty and ashamed as well. Someone's in denial. There's evidence. Someone's refusing to give in, even though there's evidence, there's proof. There's even like criminal history, law enforcement, and this is as of like temptation is concerned. So someone may have exchanged or services for money and they're being caught. I feel like that's where the fraudulent activity is taking place, something that's immoral and lacks integrity. I feel like there is something here that has longevity. There's a marriage, soulmate energy, sharing goals with, you know, those who are like-minded, or just having long-term happiness here. And the time frame is around fall. So there could be soulmate energy, a commitment coming towards you. This can also be like a partnership in business. I feel like somebody, yeah, here's the temptation. Here's the law enforcement. Here's refusing to give in and tell the truth about what's really been going on behind the scenes, right? This energy is telling me like uncontrollable desire. So I feel like somebody has like maybe a sex addiction, or they were using their body for sex and money. I don't know. That's their business. I'm just reading the cards. Insatiable, uncontrollable, hunger for pleasure, childhood wounds, flashbacks, ready to explode, caught in the act. Someone got caught up. All right. And it could involve law enforcement. It could be, it could have created some sort of criminal history. So there could be charges here, criminal charges. I do have, you know, illegal practice as well, whatever was going on. This is like an illegal contract, an illegal agreement, something that violates spiritual and physical law. Whatever was done for money. Right? Dollar bills, y'all. Alright. Yeah, somebody wants to maybe swing the block. They want to beg and ask you to agree to terms. I feel like you're not interested. There'll be no response, no contact. All right, this is a boundary here. You're not looking to negotiate shit. I feel like this person very much could be lost, okay? They may feel like running away from their current situation. I feel like they're experiencing that downfall. There's that commitment. I mean, that's the communication here, somebody wants to approach, send a voicemail or text. I feel like somebody very much could have felt entrapped by a pregnancy scare or threat or an actual pregnancy. There could be a child here. Someone, mother figure, or someone birthing something new. I feel like this may have happened during separation, or this happened at a distance. Okay. What is all this? Goodness gracious. Okay. I feel like somebody is being seen as the clown or feels like a clown. I feel like there's shame. I feel like humiliation even. There's a need to remember that there's self-acceptance here, self-love, self-treatment, intentions. Do things that kind of like fuel your soul. All right. There very much could be mirrored emotions or souls here, or a reflection of a soul, or this situation that we're talking about today. You know, there are shared feelings. You might pick up on the waves of this energetic person here that you're connecting to, potentially. This person could be, you could see them as your other half in some way. Doesn't have to be masculine energy or feminine. It can just be that you're connecting to them. And it feels like they mirrored to you where you needed healing, and you are mirroring to them what they need healing. Okay, that's kind of the initiation by fire. Okay, transformation, God's wrath and judgment. I feel like there's, you know, someone may be having experiences in the spiritual world, like their dreams are really strong. You may connect with this mirrored soul. There's someone also trying to throw out memories or the trash or proof. Okay, someone's trying to get rid of proof. They're trying to make a decision. I feel like they're a bit of like indecisive at the moment. There is someone who's very petty, very envious, talking behind your back and seeking attention. All right, so you know this energy isn't for you. I feel like this is like what's going on behind the scenes that you are, you know, not directly involved in, right? This is happening behind your back, right? Talking behind your back, jealousy, decisions. Like people are trying to make decisions about, you know, about you, and you're not involved, right? Like you've already let this go. Like this you see as a situation that you've released yourself. You've already thrown this out. I feel like someone's trash is someone else's treasure. I feel like you took out the trash, all right? And I feel like there are no decisions to be made, okay? Like this is done as far as you're concerned. Look at obsessed in the upright. They're like, this person is not able to let go. They're clinging on to your energy. They think that they have more power than they actually do. And for that reason, they think they're going to learn a very difficult lesson for messing around in your energy continuously. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right. So what's this one? Confused. Yeah, they want to run away from where they're at. They're empty, right? They struggle with filling their own cup. They're sneaky. They have they're hiding behind a fake profile. They're hiding themselves. Okay, they're plotting. They're trying to come up, making decisions on how to get back in your energy, right? They're on social media, stalking your situation, putting on a front. Okay, they have hidden motives and weird ass behavior. Okay, weird ass behavior. Yeah. I feel like you're not in the same realm as them. I feel like you're somebody who is on a different, like going in a whole other direction. Like you're not even looking back. Okay. This is like run away in the sunset, get an adventure, get away and go on a vacation. All right. So this is around spring and around summer, depending on where you're at. I feel like there is energy here that's inspired by you. There is an emotional bond and there's telepathic love. So here's like, look at that fire. Woohoo! Also around the spring and summertime. Someone is inspired by you. They could have a little flame for you. There could be like a secret admirer here. On the flip side of things, there's an energy that is like furious with rage. That would be this narcissist, okay? I feel like they have built up emotions, they have overwhelming thoughts, and they're very angry. So, and that's a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. What else? Around winter. What's happening around winter? Signs, a new spiritual contract around winter. Okay, telepathic communication. Okay, telepathic love. I feel like there could be around the summer and the winter, depending on where you live. I feel like this is coming together for the flames, if you catch my drift. Someone's in the closet, all right, and doesn't feel like they can disclose who they truly are authentically. And I feel like that's what all this was about, was that they were like secretly, I mean, it's almost like there was this like, I don't know, it just, you know, it's unfortunate because so many people got hurt in this process. And I don't feel like there's been any like consideration or acknowledgement or apologies or anything like that. I feel like, you know, you continue to focus on yourself and, you know, you're devoted to your transformation and your growth. I feel like you can't stop smiling. You're enjoying your life. You're happy and you feel complete with who you are and how you show up in life. I feel like this person is the opposite of that. Like people, this is kind of like what we're experiencing collectively, is like the karmic energies, like they are struggling to identify with who they truly are as a person. I feel like they wear so many masks and they're motivated and swayed by, you know, so many different influences, toxic friends here, karmic connection and lessons, and, you know, a lot going on here. So I feel like there's a bit of a need to kind of figure things out on a personal level. Like it starts with you. Someone could be feeling like there's time running out. Someone might be on the edge. Someone might need an intervention, and something may not be able to wait any longer. So there's like TikTok is happening here. There's a deadline here. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Lifestyle, in the closet, secrets being held, and on the down low. I feel like somebody may be I don't know, I feel like somebody might be outing somebody. I feel like either it has something to do with the water sign or a fire sign. I feel like there has something to do with like legal matters, court. Even it mentions divorce. Is this in the reverse? No. I feel like somebody might let you know about this. What's going on? I feel like somebody does enjoy you. They think you have good vibes. They might like appreciate what you do and how you do it, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what that is, this appreciation. Or maybe someone doesn't appreciate you outing them. Wow. Someone's thinking of you. Their profile creeping. So I creep. Yeah. Someone's blocked their contact that's in your phone that's blocked. And they're like profile searching. So if somebody's on your social media, they'll go, especially if this energy likes or comments, they're going to look that person up to see what that person is and who they are, to see if you're in a relationship with them. They're like stalking the people who are on your page through the comments. So maybe be aware of that. Yeah, look at Pete's secrets are coming out. There's exposure happening here. Again, like, there's something about this. I don't like keep bringing it up, but they keep guiding me to do so. You know if it fits your story or not. I feel like someone's being judged as a result of this, and there is a hiding of truth here. So that is what it is. Yeah, there's this energy that wants to reconcile. Okay, so this could be you, or this could be someone new that may feel like you've been with them before. Like, so depending on the situation here. Okay. There's someone thinking of you. There could be someone who wants to date you. Could be a surprise, like a surprise gift, like an invitation or a present. Okay, interesting. Somebody may want to like surprise you and bring you a gift. They may offer wanting a second chance. But I would say that for some of you, like, this is what's really going on. Like, they're really into something that might be not your lifestyle. I'm getting like they're still attached to the third party. They may want to lie and say that they're not, but they still are dealing with this. There's a love triangle here. They may want to put you in a love triangle and still keep this secret, right? Kind of like do a bit of love bombing as well. I feel like, again, like, you know, I feel like somebody wants to expose them before they're able to do this. I feel like someone's being outed. All right, which is not easy to deal with. There is a secret hookup. There could be other women, other men, situationship. So this is a lot, y'all. Yeah, we might have to do, yeah, I feel like if you need specific clarity on some of this, this is a very much of a collective reading. I recommend booking a personal. You know, I have varying prices and time frames. I think I have like a 15-minute, a 30-minute, a 45-minute, or something like that, and an hour. So, you know, check out the website if you feel like you need some additional clarity for your particular situation. You're in charge of your own life, you know, and it's good to kind of understand things here. Yeah, look at hidden motives. Someone who's pretending to be something that they're not. Okay, game over. Okay, somebody's like been wanting to get revenge, and I feel like it's game over. I feel like now people are just sitting back and watching the show. Someone wanted to get even, and I feel like that's the childish behavior here. I feel like they're being seen for who they truly are. And it's petty, 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 petty. And it's immature. And it's because they were trying to protect something that they didn't want everybody to know about them. I feel like maybe they've hid this for a while, or, you know, maybe it is about, you know, something that was experienced, and there's this shame about it. So I feel like there's a lot coming out for clarity. I feel like with the moon in reverse is like all of these secrets, all of these illusions, all of these things that have been going on behind the scenes, and people wearing masks and pretending this and pretending that and saying that, and, you know, playing a game to get revenge on somebody, and, you know, feeling judged, and, you know, profile creeping and searching and all this bullshit. It's like, come on. Like, no wonder why there's been no contact. No wonder why there's silence, there's distance, right? Like, there's a need to definitely have boundaries when it comes to this energy in the collective. Super important that you're using your intuition and your discernment. You didn't go through all of this for no reason. Clearly there was an ego death as part of this process. Super powerful. Okay, so it helped ignite you into your purpose, right? There's a lot of healing that comes with all of these feelings and emotions and situations and experiences. You know, I feel like there was heavy influence here. Okay, I'm going to call that out. And, you know, if someone is feeling like they're not enough, they're not good enough, then they are going to be heavily influenced. I feel like that played out here. A lot of pettiness, a lot of envious, a lot of jealousy. You know, and people seeking attention as a result of inner childhood wounds. All right. So you know, someone threw you out at like trash, and then you threw them out like trash, and now whoever they're with is not paying them any attention, and they're being like, there's just like treating everybody like trash. And you know, the divine is going to be like, enough's enough, like you know. So I feel like that's kind of also being balanced out here for sure. And I feel like someone is, you know, receiving justice for, you know, what was done unfairly. Someone, like earlier, being caught in the act and denying it. Someone is keeping a very dark secret, and they don't want it out. And whoever has access to that information, you know, has the ability to control and manipulate this person. And I feel like that there was some sort of exchange, and things were done for finances or promise of finances. All right. People were motivated by money to come after somebody, to create chaos and conflict. All right. For the sake of money, to spread lies, slander. Okay. And it was a spiritual hater. Right? This is playing out right now, the karma. So, oops, it's hard not to get these all confused. All right, you guys, I hope you guys have a great day. This was a lot. I apologize for being so much, but it is what it is. And I appreciate all of you. I hope you guys have the most amazing day. I will see you on the next reading. Sending you love, sending you light, and, you know, things that are being illuminated to you. My advice would be to kind of like sit back, observe, don't act unless you are divinely guided to act. Okay. You should be tuning into your intuition, your spiritual gifts, your ability, your psychic abilities here to know like what's for you, what isn't for you. All right. So there's this like, let things play out naturally kind of energy, you know, right? You were dealing with this, right? And, you know, these can be like the narcissist energy, can be the, it can be feminine, masculine, whatever. They tend to be master teachers, and, you know, Earth is a master program in itself. So I feel like you're in your power, your authority, you're creating, you're doing what you came here to do. You're sharing your magic, your beautiful gifts and abilities, your talents, and your talents are needed. Trust your talents in challenging times. There's this, I forget what deck it's in. It might be like one of the Oracle decks or something, and that's one of the cards. And sometimes they put that in my awareness so that I can share. It's like, trust your gifts during challenging times. And I'm getting like some of you are moving. All right. There's a physical change happening. So trust your intuition. Okay. Trust your gifts during challenging times. All right. I love you guys. Bye.